what does it mean for you to be able to say that you're going to go to Tokyo and not only represent Nigeria, but you are going to go over and represent Cincinnati on like one of the biggest sports stages of the world?
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm super excited, super pumped about it. And the fact that I get to not only represent Nigeria at the highest stage, I mean, that's my family's home country, but also UC. I mean, it just speaks to the encouragement and the support that I've gotten from UC all this time. So I'm just excited to do that. Yeah. 2018 undergrad and then grad school 2019.
Okay.
Yes.
Did you compete after that, after 2018?
I did compete after 2018. I had one season, and I was able to go to U.S. Nationals and compete there. And then that's where I kind of just started really breaking down technique and starting to get a lot better. And then with the pandemic, it was like, okay, it gave me more time to get better, and now we're here. So, yeah.
Were the Olympics, even before they got delayed, was that always kind of like a goal in your mind?
Yeah, so actually, coming out of college, or towards the end of my college career, I actually didn't even want to continue track. I was very like, I had my success here and it's cool, and I want to just like go live normal life. And it was actually like God who softened my heart to the idea of it. And like every step after, I kind of kept that open mind. Like every step I took after that was just very much affirmed that I should be doing this, up until now where I'm going to the Olympics. So yeah.
Was being a volunteer coach, was that part of the plan of kind of being softened and thinking more about it, or was that always in the cards?
I mean, for me to continue training here and stuff like that, it definitely added to the support and added to like not only me I'm training, but I get to like help other people get better too. So it encouraged me to like see people get better and like see myself get better too. So yeah.
There are 3 UC women in the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Is that thrilling? What does that say about the magnitude and the awesomeness of this athletic department?
Yeah, no, it's super exciting. Honestly, my first thought when I saw that was like, okay, I hope we get a picture together at the opening ceremony. But no, it's super awesome. And what's even more cool is that we all were connected at UC beforehand too. So knowing them before going out there and we're going to all kind of just compete at this high world stage representing 3 different countries. I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's awesome.
Speaking on that, I want like all 3 of you kind of overlapped in some capacity while you were here. What does that maybe talk or speak about just the level of athletic competition or just the level of talent that UC's been able to bring in the last few years?
Yeah, I mean, obviously UC's had some great talent come in before us, and it was just like that. Us coming out and going to the Olympics is just a testament to that, and they keep building on that, which is awesome to see. So hopefully there's more Olympians in the future. Yeah.
The year delay, what were the positives of that, negatives of that, specifically to making the Olympics?
Yeah, so the year delay, I was really, I was initially kind of frustrated, but obviously it made sense because, I mean, this is not just athletics, it's beyond us. Obviously the pandemic it's not something to play about, but it definitely gave me a year to really just kind of get better at my craft, really. And now I feel like I'm throwing farther because I did have more time to prepare.
So the competitive sense you think it benefited?
Oh, definitely, for sure.
How has Coach Seaton really helped guide you in this process as your because she's continued to be your coach even after being an athlete here?
Yeah. No, she's been truly instrumental to my success. Like, she's amazing. And I've always appreciated her as a coach, but like post-collegiately, like even more so. Like, even the pandemic, when things were like everything was shut down, we couldn't lift or anything, we're like, we still need to lift, like we're still going towards this goal. We don't know, nothing is definite and like certain right now. And so she like even opened up her home to me, and we literally made a makeshift like gym in her garage, like lifting for months. And she just we always like had a plan, always had a way to make things work. We're like, okay, we want to do this, how are we going to make it work? Not, okay, let's sit by the sidelines and hope something works out. And she's always like kind of put that mindset in me, and I've carried that in my practices and everything. But she's been amazing, best coach, truly. I've been working with her for 7 years now, and will continue to. So.
Just for some background, how did you and your family end up in Pickerington, Ohio?
Okay, where do I start? So my parents were born and raised in Nigeria. My dad went to school in Washington State, I believe. Went back to Nigeria, met my mom, and they came back to the States. I think it was between Ohio and New York for a job or something for my dad. And my mom's like, I don't want to go to New York. So we're in Ohio. And then came me. And we were in Reynoldsburg and then moved to Pickerington. My parents moved to Pickerington for like the school. They were ranked really well in schooling. And clearly it shows because here I am. So.
Was the U.S. team a consideration?
It was initially, but I think the more I thought about it, I feel like the more it made sense for me to represent Nigeria, just with the heritage. And I had actually known other people who were representing Nigeria at the time too, or before I got on the team, and I talked to them about it and pros and cons about that. And ultimately I decided to go with Nigeria, so I'm happy with the decision.
It sounds like when you said, God softened your heart, then you were just ready. Hey, I had my college experience. That was really great. I accomplished plenty there. It sounds like the fact that you're representing UC, representing Nigeria, the hopes of the third Olympian from the Bearcats, that played a part in you deciding to go forward and become an Olympian.
Yeah, I mean, I think just like having the opportunity to really represent them at the highest stage, Nigeria and UC, I mean, it's something that I'm just super proud of, and I hope I can continue to do after. So,
Are you aware of any watch parties?
so I was just asked this recently too. I think my church is gonna throw one, so hopefully that'll be a thing. I know my parents will be watching. I don't know any details yet, but yeah, I'm assuming there will be some.
Don't get a lot of the same kind of coverage that the 100 meters or gets in the hammer throw. Will they be able to find you in the Olympic coverage?
I don't know if it'll be the main thing. Maybe it will be. There's some really strong star power there. But I'm assuming it's gonna be like at least NBC Gold, so one of those side channels. But let's hope for the main channel.
You were able to go to Nigeria and compete in their Olympic trials. What was that experience like to go over there and compete? You were able to win the hammer throw event, but talk a little bit about that experience about going over to Nigeria to compete over there.
Yeah, going over there, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was initially a little skeptical. I'm like, I don't know how it's gonna, go. And there's a lot going on socially and politically over there, just in terms of safety for me. So my parents were just really kind of hesitant with me going. But we said our prayers and I went, and honestly, it exceeded my expectations a lot. And being there too, it really solidified in me like that. This is where my core is at. Like this, I really feel at home here. And I didn't expect to feel that, honestly, but I'm so glad that that's what happened. And so competing, it just made it even more like, okay, this is a great decision that you're making. So I'm really happy about that.
Have you been able to get back to Nigeria much during your life?
No, this is actually my first time. Yeah, like I said, lots going on socially, politically, and that's kind of been the trend for a while. So, but I'm glad I was able to take this opportunity and do that for sure. And I definitely want to go back in the future. Yeah, when did I go? End of June or middle of June, June 18th. Yeah.
There's so much to look forward to. I mean, outside of the actual competition, is there something specific that you just can't wait to experience?
Outside of the competition? I think what's made this experience really great for me is the people. I love competing. I love, doing well, of course. But the people in every stage of my journey in track have always made the experience so great. And being in Nigeria, I think a big part of why that experience was so great was because of the teammates I had on the Nigerian team. And when I was at UC, it was because of my teammates on the UC team. And so I think going forward, I'm just excited to meet new people. Being in the Olympic Village, there's hundreds of different countries being represented. And so I'm excited to meet the people as well as compete. So, yeah.
As you try for an Olympic medal and hopefully a gold, since you won the only national championship ever by a Bearcat in track and field, has your appreciation of it evolved over the years since?
Definitely. I think when I initially won the nationals, I was like, I had been planning and working so hard towards it. I was like, when it happened, I was like, yep, that was supposed to happen. Like, I felt relief, but gratitude, of course. And like, as it's continued and I've still gotten recognition for it and see how people kind of respond to it, I've been so grateful that happened, even more so, I think, than in the past. So I'm definitely going to take that with me. I mean, to have that gold medal mentality, why not? So.
What did you get to recognize the championship? A medal, or what was the trophy?
They give us a little trophy with a gold like medallion on top, so it's cute. It's on my TV stand at home.
Have they, has anyone prepared you guys for what to expect when heading to Tokyo, given, they're still kind of in a state of emergency?
I know I've been filling out a lot of papers and making sure I'm taking my COVID test. I'm fully vaccinated, but obviously I'm going to follow the protocol so I can get in. In terms of what to expect, I've seen pictures of the Olympic Village online, and that's about all I got. So hopefully we'll get more information as time continues.
What's next? Like, how long are you here? When do you head out? Do you know the specifics there yet?
Yeah, so I'm leaving July 21st to go to Tokyo, and I'll get there on the 22nd. So that'll be good. Yeah.
Leave from here?
Yes, Cincinnati.
You don't fly.
Oh no, straight. Oh, so Detroit, then to Tokyo.
Detroit's a flight.
Yeah, I'm surprised too.
Didn't know Northwest Airlines.
Yeah.
Is this it, do you think? Whatever happens in Tokyo, you move on to the next chapter of life, or is there a chance we could see you in, well, I don't know, with the year being lost, what year they'll compete the next Summer Olympics? But.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a chance that you'll see me there. Like I said, when I started this journey, I was like, God, just take the wheel, let me, figure this out, or like help me figure this out, really. And as I've continued, I've just grown in my joy of doing this, really. And so I definitely want to keep going and see what I can do, because I really think this is just the beginning. So.
You have the opportunity to stay here in Cincinnati and get a job at Empower. Empower has connected with UC again as NIL has kind of become a big part of college athletics. How has Empower been able to help you, but also how is it important for Empower UC to connect with each other and kind of help the current student athletes today?
Yeah, I think, how Empower has helped me tremendously. I mean, when I was like, again, God, can you help me do this? Like, how does this work? And because I was like, I know I need to take a job, and so I was like, okay, I just want some place that's just going to help me, like, be flexible with me in time. And like, I was thinking, I'm going to have to wait a couple weeks and then ask the manager. Literally first day, the manager was like, okay, you mentioned this in your interview. How can we help you? And I was like honestly floored in that moment, and I was like crying tears of joy on the inside. And so they've kept to that commitment for me and like my work schedule, and they supported my journey to the Olympic trials. Like that was really huge. And so I'm so grateful to Empower for that. In terms of like how they've connected on the NLI initiative, I think that's really awesome that they're doing that. Definitely from what I've seen, and I was able to talk to our social person at Empower, and they definitely are set up. Like I think they've already come to talk to UC, and they've definitely given a great framework to like help UC students. And I hope they keep connecting on that, because I think having that, helping like other student athletes like build their brand before they even like leave the place, rather than like, okay, afterwards, now you gotta start building your brand. That's gonna really propel them, I think, into the future in a good way. So I'm happy about that for them.
And as a former student athlete, how important is that for the current student athletes to take the advice, or really use the assets and the help that Empower is going to provide them?
Oh yeah, like it's critical. I mean, these people at Empower have been doing this for years. They have such expertise, and I've seen that firsthand. So I definitely recommend that they take the advice, build your brand appropriately. Don't just take any brand deals, just take care of their brand. And I think Empower has the great tools to, help students do that for sure.